Hi, my name is Lee Gardner, and I've got an amazing yet true story to share with you today. It's about an alternative natural system that helped me and 7,522 others to finally put an end to eczema. You see, I was a chronic sufferer of eczema for 37 long years before developing a natural three-step system that finally released me from my torment. I have been eczema-free for about 3 years now. I know what it's like to suffer from extreme, unrelenting itch and scratching myself to the point of bleeding while living in constant fear and paranoia of what others might think about the nasty red eruptions all over my skin. And now that you're watching this video, I think it's safe to assume that you're now in the same situation I was 3 years ago, when my life was still under the stranglehold of eczema. I've been there. And I know that there's nothing worse than having to deal with the constant itch and embarrassment caused by eczema. I've been in your shoes. So believe me when I say I know what it's like to go through life with red, swollen skin that itches so intensely you can't sit still. I know what it's like to be stared at like a freak, as if you have some weird disease. I know what it's like to hide yourself in extra clothes so people won't ask you questions. And the sheer exhaustion of tossing and turning in bed, only to wake up to blood on your sheets. I know what it's like to fear going out in public because of what others might think. And the absolute horror of finding scars all over your body that you don't deserve. But most of all, I know what it's like to be utterly desperate for a solution. Believe me, I know what you're going through. I understand what it's like to wake up to bloodied sheets, feeling like death yet again from another exhausting, sleepless night, scratching myself to smithereens. I even had this fear of going out in public due to the embarrassment I'd face. I was utterly desperate for a solution. I still remember the shame and pain I felt of having this condition all too well. I remember how frustrating it is trying to hide my condition from friends, family, and at some point, even a partner. If the things I've just mentioned sounds a bit too familiar, then I implore you to watch this video through to the end. This won't take up too much of your time, and who knows, this could be the life-changing revelation you've been waiting for. My name is Lee Gardner, and I am the author of Vanish Eczema, a revolutionary ebook which reveals the only all-natural, proven three-step system that is 100% guaranteed to permanently cure nasty, humiliating eczema by treating all three of its root causes. Imagine being able to go to the beach without having to worry about unsightly scabs or lesions, or just the simple joy of not having people stare at you like you're some kind of a freak show whenever you're out in public. I will show you the exact steps I followed to effectively and naturally cure eczema for good. I will show you how to get your life back. Finding this solution has completely changed my life for the better and freed me from a nightmare that had taken over my life. But before we go any further, let me tell you what my program is not. It's not another so-called superpower cream or ointment. It's not any kind of steroid. It's not a drug, prescription or non-prescription. There is absolutely no medical treatment involved. Instead, my program is a proven three-steps plan that's specifically designed to fix all the factors that bring about eczema, permanently ending the outbreaks in the process. We'll talk more about my program a bit later. As I mentioned previously, my journey with eczema began over 37 years ago. At the age of 13, I could already see and feel eczema in the insides of my elbows. It began in the insides of my elbows and wrists and the backs of my knees, and it gradually became worse and worse. I'd get it on my face, upper arms, neck, chest. As I grew older, I became increasingly aware of my eczema. I began covering it up by wearing trousers, jackets, and long-sleeved sweaters to school and practically everywhere else. I stopped swimming and going to the beach, as I simply couldn't deal with the nasty and disgusted looks people threw at me. I had to give up a lot of things that I loved because of eczema. Long story short, I became so desperate to find something, anything, that would keep my eczema away, that I tried nearly everything. I tried 5 different skin creams and ointments. Sure, they worked for a bit, but only as long as the cream lasted. I tried several different steroid medications, with their lacking results and horrible side effects. I swallowed supplements like crazy, like a human guinea pig. I even tried an expensive ultraviolet light, a medical procedure that didn't do jack squat. But absolutely nothing that I tried worked. It was a nightmare, and eventually I gave up. I did. I learned to come to terms with the fact that my eczema wasn't going anywhere, and I learned to cope with my condition. In retrospect, it was a horrible decision to make, but between the ineffective treatments and the sleepless nights, I wasn't exactly thinking straight. So there I was, coping, and coping, and coping. I had learned to cope with severe eczema, and for a while it worked. Despite all the itching, bleeding, and infections, I had a successful career, held leadership positions in the community, traveled, and was able to be involved with my family. I was relatively happy, I suppose, until eczema finally cost me my job. It was a typical workday a few years back when I experienced what would become the most humiliating moment of my life. I worked as a customer service rep at a major call center, and one of our biggest clients had demanded we hold an emergency meeting because their sales figures had dropped substantially. Now, I always hated these types of meetings. I mean, it was embarrassing enough just having to deal with constant weird looks from my coworkers. But now, having to actually speak in front of a full room, in front of our company's highest-paying client, I was dripping sweat. But things were about to get much worse. Because over the 3 months, something particularly nasty had been brewing along the entire length of my right arm. As I was getting up from my seat to shake hands with one of the clients, my right arm swiped the sharp edge of the table, ripping open a 6-inch gash along my entire arm. Ripping open a 6-inch gash along my entire arm, and sending a river of blood gushing down my sleeve and all over the table. It was the most humiliating moment of my entire life, and to make a long story short, I was fired. And that's when it hit me. Coping is not the answer. The only way for me to get my life back was to find real answers and real healing. I finally had enough with eczema and decided to take my fate into my own hands. I would become my own eczema expert and do everything in my power to come up with some solution, any solution that would get rid of this life-consuming condition once and for all. For the next several months, I spent hours every day going through every single book that contained information on eczema and its symptoms. If it was related to eczema, I ate it up. It was during this time I discovered more than you could ever imagine and learned everything there was to know about this life-destroying condition. In fact, it was during this time I made some shocking discoveries, including the #1 reason why nearly all eczema treatments flat out don't work. If you've been suffering from eczema for any length of time, you're probably aware that there is no documented cure. However, most medical experts agree that the problem arises from a combination of the following. 1. An overactive, hypersensitive immune system response. 2. Abnormally low levels of essential amino acids. 3. An overly toxic body. And while that may be true, there's one shocking little fact you should know. Recently, a major medical institute conducted a scientific analysis on 3,527 10-year-plus eczema sufferers, aged from 25 to 65. And in this study, a shocking discovery was made. 93.5% of the participants shared all 3 of the root causes of eczema. And what the doctors discovered was unless both toxicity and amino acid issues are treated first, the immune system will continue to overreact, resulting in nasty eczema outbreaks. No cream or medicine can stop eczema by itself. No herb or vitamin can stop eczema by itself. Not even expensive medical procedures. But my 3 simple, all-natural steps you can take right now can. This little-known piece of knowledge is the direct reason why millions of people around the world continue to suffer from horrendous eczema after trying nearly everything. And when I finally put all the pieces together and tested it on myself, I was amazed to find that this 3-step program stopped the maddening itches in minutes, erased all traces of my eczema, reversed the nasty scarring built up over the years, and restored my complete self-confidence and sanity with my new healthy blemish-free skin. Best of all, since I've shared this wonderful discovery, I've been getting nothing but positive feedbacks from literally all over the world. People like Laura T. from Springfield, New Jersey. Lee, I just had to write to you to let you know the miracle your 3-step method has worked in my life. I will admit I was completely skeptical when I first heard about your 3 simple steps. But just 5 days after doing what you said, my horrendous eczema on my face and neck was completely gone. I can, finally, face the world, and my skin now feels softer than ever. Oh my God, this is amazing. Or Samantha L. from Brighton, United Kingdom. Hi Lee, this is Samantha from Brighton, United Kingdom. When you asked me how the 3 steps worked for me, I couldn't wait to tell you. They have worked like nothing else. All it took was a few days in your program, and all the eczema was gone. I just threw the creams in the garbage. Who needs those when this is permanent? Finally, a real solution. And to Sophie S. from Verona, New York. This is crazy, but your simple little system is working for me. No idea how, but who cares? This is awesome. My best friend actually told me that she noticed how much happier I was. How could I not be? The eczema went away in just 3 days. And you could be next. You can break free from eczema and reclaim your life. With so many satisfied customers, there's no reason to assume that my program won't work on you. In just minutes, you'll have access to the only program that guarantees complete freedom from intense itching, pain, and utter humiliation caused by eczema. And never worrying that the person across the room is staring at you or the rashes on your skin ever again. And no more endless days of fighting a losing battle with this problem. Finally, you get to relax. And your skin back, to have the ability to do what you like, whenever you want, without having to worry about how your skin looks. And your confidence and self-esteem go through the roof. Imagine what getting rid of your eczema will do for you. You will be a totally different person. More energy, more outgoing, and finally, free. Falling asleep effortlessly every night, and waking up gushing with energy every morning. And money in your pocket, instead of paying for ineffective doctor visits, prescriptions, and over-the-counter products. And perhaps most importantly, finally, being able to let your loved ones experience the real you, that happy, passionate person you used to be. The breakthrough 3-step system, revealed inside Vanish Eczema, will make all this a wonderful reality for you. 100% guaranteed, or your money back. That's how much confidence I have in this breakthrough approach. It worked for me when absolutely nothing else did. And due to the powerful technology the internet provides, I'm able to save big on product fulfillment by selling Vanish Eczema as a downloadable ebook over the internet. Because of this, my production costs are almost nothing. So that's why I can pass on the immense savings to you. Best of all, you get instant access to Vanish Eczema as soon as you press the submit button on your order form. So you won't pay $100, you won't pay $50, you won't even pay $39. If you order now, you can get instant access to the Vanish Eczema ebook for the absurdly low price of only $27. That's right, only $27 for access to the most valuable, detailed, and easily actionable 3-step system that's absolutely guaranteed to permanently cure your eczema, or you get a full refund of your money. If you're still having doubts, I'm going to completely take away every last bit of risk associated with the purchase of this product with my 100% total satisfaction 60-day money-back guarantee. Here's my guarantee. If at any time within the next 60 days of purchase, you're not completely satisfied with everything found in your Vanish Eczema guide, simply let me know, and I'll return your purchase price immediately and in full. No questions asked, no ifs, ands, or buts, or maybes. No hidden clauses, asterisks, or small print. I don't think I could be any fairer than that. I'll even give you $60 worth of bonuses, but only if you order today. Bonus number 1 value, $27. Yours free today. Unlike acupuncture, chiropractic, and other forms of alternative medicine, aromatherapy doesn't require a professional to administer the treatment. It's inexpensive and easy to do, and for many people, it works wonders. Learn how to help your body heal itself using the increasingly recognized powers of aromatherapy. Aromatherapy for Cynics will help you. Understand why aromatherapy is for you. Believe that aromatherapy really does work. And identify which essential oils are right for your condition. And test your oils to guarantee their success. Use essential oils to ease your pregnancy. And to find out if you can use aromatherapy to lose weight, and much more. And you'll also get bonus number 2, value $27, yours free today. If you are feeling stressed out and need help maintaining control of your life, yoga can help. Learn why yoga will work for you and unlock the secrets of this ancient spiritual practice. 4,000 years of Hindu participants can't be wrong. Easing your stress with yoga will help you first understand how yoga can work for you and implement yoga in your life. Use yoga to reduce stress, look better, lose weight, or even improve your sex life. Differentiate between proper yoga techniques and dangerous imposters. Find your life's path through yoga and achieve a feeling of happiness and much more. So what are you waiting for? You have everything to gain and absolutely nothing to lose. Click the link below to secure your order now.